The moment you cut sugar out of your diet for just 30 days, your body doesn't quietly adjust. It reacts like something major just changed its survival system. Because it has. At first, you might think sugar is just about sweets, desserts, or soda. But in reality, your body has been running on it in ways you don't even notice. From processed bread to sauces, cereals, and even healthy snacks, sugar is everywhere. So when you suddenly stop, the first thing that happens isn't improvement, it's resistance. During the first 24 to 72 hours, your brain basically goes into withdrawal mode. Sugar triggers dopamine, the same chemical linked to reward and motivation. So when you remove it, you might feel tired, irritated, or even slightly anxious. Some people describe it like a fog in the brain, where focus becomes harder and cravings feel unusually intense. This isn't weakness, it's chemistry resetting. But then something interesting starts happening around day 4 to day 7. Your energy begins to stabilize. Without the constant spikes and crashes caused by sugar, your body starts relying more on steady fuel sources like fat and protein. That mid-afternoon crash that used to hit you hard, it starts fading. Your focus becomes more consistent, even if it feels subtle at first. One of the biggest changes happens in your metabolism. When you stop eating sugar, insulin levels begin to regulate more efficiently. Insulin is the hormone responsible for storing energy, and when it's constantly spiking from sugar intake, your body becomes less sensitive to it. But after a few days without sugar, your system starts to reset that sensitivity. This is one of the reasons people often report less bloating and better digestion within the first week. By the second week, your taste perception begins to shift dramatically. Foods that once tasted normal or even not sweet enough start tasting completely different. Fruits become noticeably sweeter. Even vegetables start to have more natural flavor. This happens because your taste receptors are no longer being overwhelmed by artificial sweetness, so your sensitivity increases again. Around this stage, many people also notice changes in their skin. Sugar contributes to inflammation in the body, which can affect acne, redness, and overall skin texture. As inflammation begins to drop, the skin often looks calmer and more balanced. It doesn't happen overnight, but the gradual improvement becomes visible. By the third week, something deeper starts to change: your relationship with hunger. Sugar is known for confusing hunger signals because it causes rapid spikes and drops in blood glucose. Without it, your body starts sending clearer signals. You begin to understand what real hunger feels like versus cravings triggered by habit or emotion. Energy levels also become more stable than you might expect. Instead of relying on quick bursts of sugar-fueled energy, your body becomes more efficient at using stored energy. This can make physical activity feel easier and less draining over time. Then you reach the final stretch, day 30. At this point, your body has gone through a full metabolic adjustment. Cravings don't disappear completely for everyone, but they lose their control over you. You're no longer reacting automatically to sugar stimuli. You're choosing. Mentally, many people describe feeling more clear. Not because sugar was directly harming intelligence, but because the constant cycle of spikes and crashes no longer disrupts focus and mood throughout the day. And perhaps the most surprising part is this: once you go 30 days without sugar, going back doesn't feel the same. Foods that used to feel normal suddenly taste overly sweet. Your baseline has shifted. Cutting sugar for 30 days doesn't just change your diet. It changes how your body processes energy, how your brain responds to reward, and how clearly you feel your own hunger and focus. And once your body experiences that kind of stability, it doesn't easily forget it.